Joining us in the hot seat, his name is Patrick Osborne.
Yes.
Yeah, the Austin City Council has approved a slew of propositions that will appear on the ballot this May. Newsman Patrick Osborne with us this morning with a rundown of the issues that you, the voter, will have to decide come springtime.
Yeah, and we'll dive right into it because we got a lot to get to here. 8 propositions have landed on the May ballot, beginning with Proposition A. Now, this one involves binding arbitration agreements between the Austin Firefighters Association and the city. Basically, the city and union, if they reach an impasse in their negotiations, a yes vote on Prop A would let a third-party mediator be called in to resolve the dispute instead of it winding up in litigation. Then there's Proposition B, and I would argue that this is the one most of you are familiar with. This was the public camping ban citywide. It also bans panhandling at night, makes sitting or lying in public right-of-ways like sidewalks illegal. Obviously, we heard a lot of support from the group Save Austin Now, which initiated this push through its petition, but it does have a lot of critics. Chaz Moore with the Austin Justice Coalition thinks it's a bad move.
Camping ban does not change anything. It reinstates the status quo. It reinforces the status quo, and we are better than that.
Save Austin Now has vowed to sue if the ballot language appears to be too confusing. The ballot language has been determined. No word, though, on whether it's sufficient for Save Austin Now, but I have no doubt that we'll find out fairly soon how it sits with them. Then we have Propositions D, E, and F. They're all related. Proposition F, though, the biggest here. We talked about it yesterday. This would change Austin's governing style for the first time in a century to what's known as a strong mayor system. The mayor would have veto power over the council legislation, all the power that the Austin city manager currently holds. Obviously, that means the city manager would be out of a job, too. But supporters say it's the most equitable choice. But since 2014, we've had a 10-1 council with individual district representation, and critics like Anna Gonzalez with the Workers' Defense Project thinks that individual representation would be ruined.
Our ability to succeed is in part because power lies with council members and not one individual who could veto a proposal that we know could be beneficial.
So that's Prop F. Prop D would change the date of mayoral elections to coincide with presidential races. Prop E is ranked choice voting, where you list your preferred candidates on the ballot in order, although it is worth noting the state of Texas doesn't really allow ranked choice voting. So that's D, E, and F. Then we have Proposition G, which I would argue is probably the least known here. Did you know the Austin City Council wants to create an 11th council district?
Interesting.
What?
Yeah, that's what that is. Proposition G would create an 11th geographical council district, which would also mean we would have to elect an 11th council member.
So it'd be like 11-1.
An 11-1 is
there
what
you
we
go.
have.
I mean, is there any idea where that might be? What area that might be?
No, I'm not sure yet, but I do know it has some support.
It's all about stacking
several council members.
It's all in the realm of stacking the courts.
Yeah, from what I've heard, the mayor, from what I've heard, is not really a fan of this, but several council members are.
All right.
Finally, we have Proposition H, the voluntary public campaign finance program. Some of you may know this as democracy dollars. If you vote yes for Prop H, you're given the green light for the city to dole out $25 in tax money, I might add, to every voter who can then donate your tax dollars to the candidate of their choice.
Oh, that's nice.
A lot of people don't like that.
Heck yeah,
for a lot of various reasons.
Absolutely.
But there you go, eight ballot items that are now on the May. For you to decide in May. Lots to get through in May for you.
That's a very robust buffet for the voters to consider.
Sure is. Indeed.
I mean,
yes, indeed.
I think it's pretty interesting, the story from the Workers' Defense Project speaking out against the strong mayor position.
Yeah, well, because
you got Greg Kassar, formerly of the Workers' Defense Project, is now pushed up against the Workers' Defense Project on this issue.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of concern about just giving one person, the mayor, too much power.
Especially this one.
And the mayoral, the eligibility requirements would not change despite the massive increase in power and duties, responsibility.
Yeah.
There's a lot of concern about that, and I think that it's just people think it's too much power for one person to have.
Thank you, Patrick.
Absolutely.
Got a full report on all of those 8 propositions that'll be on the ballot come springtime in May. All of them, are on the front page of our website at newsradioklbj.com.
This is big stuff. All of it.